Just few days after his inauguration, Edo State Governor Senator Mondo Okpebholo swears in Secretary to the state government Musa Ihilo, and also the Attorney General of the state and Commissioner for Justice Dr. Samson Osaigi. The governor says he is a doer and not a talker.
First time in the history of Edo State, we were sworn in yesterday. Today our flag of roads, not just one. And we are also going to build 3 flyovers across Edo State. Just as you know, even when I was campaigning, people said, they were saying I don't talk. Really, I don't talk, but I use my energy to work. My energy is going to be devoted to work, and everybody should be ready to work. I carefully selected these gentlemen, the SSG and the Attorney General. They are men with proven integrity. They are your people. They are our people. And I pray that we all cooperate with them so that we can do the best for this state.
Today we'll be taking a look at the various initiatives by the government, the new government of Senator Mondo Okpebholo, that has since hit the ground running in a couple of days of inauguration, just within a couple of days of inauguration. Warm welcome on the program Political Insights on VOS TV Nigeria. Jude Aweke is my name. We're joined here in the studio by Barrister Gabriel Higiato. Barrister Gabriel Higiato is an ardent supporter of the governor. Barrister, you're welcome on the program.
Thank you for having me, Jude. Good morning, Nigerians.
You've been a part of us here in the viewers, so you're not new to us. So we're always grateful for having you here in our studio.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at the government of Senator Mondo Okpebholo. It's just starting, and we've begun to see a whole lot, from appointments. In fact, that appointment of SSG, the Secretary to the State Government, and the Attorney General of the state, was just barely a few hours after his inauguration.
Yes.
So, how do you see all of this?
Well, let me first and foremost congratulate the governor of Edo State for his inauguration, the deputy. It shows that this is a government that has come prepared, a government that is ready to serve the people, a government that seeks to be very, adamant to its obvious electoral campaign and its 5-point agenda. The governor was sworn in on Tuesday, which was on the 12th, and by the evening of it, he appointed his Attorney General, Commissioner for Justice, and the Secretary to the State Government. And by Wednesday, the next day, they were sworn in. That shows to us that this is a government that is ready for governance. Over time, we have never had it this way. We have had years of government that comes into power, and it took them months to even appoint their heirs, commissioner, and what have you. But we already see that this is the right step in the right direction. The people are happy with the government. And just to add, as an added on, the governor also flagged off the construction of 3 major roads. In Benin, the same day he did the appointment, or rather the inauguration, the swearing in of the SSG and the Honorable Attorney General. We have the Temboga Junibe Road,
yes.
We have the Ekiwa Road, and we also have the Obari-Dewa Road. These were obvious roads that the past administration did not attend to. And there are roads that are economically viable, and there are roads that lead to other places and to curtail the issues that have to do with traffic control and all of that. So, to me, I salute the governor. The people are happy with him. The people are expectant that it's going to be a very good governor, and it's going to bring the much needed and most development to the state.
You are a legal practitioner.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's get to take a look at the appointments of the duo of the SSG and the Attorney General of the state. These are legal practitioners as well. So, are you reposing confidence in them? Do you think they really have the capacity to man those key positions?
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. Their level of experience and all of that is very audible to the deaf and visible to the blind. The Secretary of State Government is a lawyer. He also have a master's degree. I've also been very passionate about legislative, governance, talking about legal drafting, talking about legislations and all of that. He has so much experience. He also attended the Nigerian Institute of Legislative Studies, and he's a consultant somehow to the National Assembly on legislative issues. So we have a quite wide experience. And to me, having such person who is also very young, I think at the age of 44, as the secretary to the government of the state, is not a bad idea at all. It's not a bad idea. And that also shows to you that Senator Okpebholo is pro-youth, because even the chief press secretary, Fred Itwa, is also a very young man, in his 40s. And now we have the SSG also in his 40s. It shows that this government is pro-youth. And I believe in the talent, believe in the zeal, believe in what the youth can actually, contribute to governance. And so I have so much confidence in the SSG. Then we talk about that in general, of course. He's a household name to all of us. A former two-time member of the Edo State House of Assembly, was so vibrant, represented his people well. And thereafter, the people elected him again. He was also a two-time member of the House of Representatives. And he did so well. Seriously so well. He wasn't just a member of the House of Representatives. He was the minority whip, a principal officer. He was a principal office holder in the National Assembly, the House of Rep. And he did so much well. He have a triple master degree. You have a master degree in law. You have a master degree in the public admin. You also have a master degree in international relations. You also have a PhD degree in law and economy. So his wealth of experience is actually needed. And don't also forget, he's a legal practitioner. I have chambers in Benin, in Lagos, in Abuja. And he was formerly the chairman of Nigeria Forum of the Africa Bar Association. And currently is the vice president of the Western region of the Africa Bar Association. So his level of wealth is needed. His level of experience, wealth of experience, is well needed and is to be appreciated at this time. And of course, when you see that when those appointments came in, there was no protest against them. There was no antagonistic attitude against them. So nobody actually threw tattoo here and there and said, no, they are not qualified, oh, they are politicians. These are people who have distinguished themselves in the space of time. And now that there's an opportunity to have them in this governance, shows that this government is ready for the people.
Before we delve into other aspects of, this new government, in what particular agenda are you setting for these appointees, these two key appointees?
Well, of course, integrity. Integrity. And when there's integrity, there will be honesty. The agenda I set for them is to follow due process. They must know that governance is not about the people. Even in politics, politicals, and we are taught that governance is all about the people and not about an individual. Even if it is an individual, a conglomerate of individuals that make up the people. So governance is all about the people, and it's for the interest of the people. They must use their offices well to liberate the people from the charcoal of bad leadership we have found ourselves. If you listen to his speech of the Attorney General, he said very clearly that he was going to review the various MOU that the past administration had. Let's say the one that will be very beneficial to the people. He have also promised to put in place several committees in terms of checking human rights abuse, in terms of checking land disputes, which is very predominant in our society today, in terms of, checking the issues that have to do with police relations and public and all of that. So it shows that even then there's how people set an agenda for them, for themselves, So for me, they are go-getter. The records are clear. So we just hope that we will do better this time.
Do you think that the government should really focus more on security? Because we begin to see, in fact, it's on the rise. Courtism. There is rising spate of courtism in the states at the moment. So what area do you think government should really come in to really address this?
Well, the issue of courtesy is everywhere. Just that it's unfortunate, just that it's unfortunate that it's so, just the way you say, worrisome here. It's almost in every system of our society. Even in governance, the legislature, the judiciary, or wherever, you have the issue of courtesy. It's everywhere. But the governor, even as at yesterday, gave a press release through the chief press secretary and give the police ultimatum to see how to cuddle the effect and to preserve issues that will do with our property lives here and there, yes, against courtism. The issue of governance we needed to be addressed. Thereafter, with the support of the security agencies. Because even the security agencies, they say, some of them are also members of those courtism. It belongs to whatever color you may think of. So, courtism is not going to be easy to curb. There's no doubt about that. But I believe that systematically, with the issue of empowerment, with the issue of engagement, because some of these youth are not engaged, some of them are not empowered, some of them are not employed. Even if there seems to be a school of thought that some of them are not employable, That is what gives rise to the issue of courtism. So by the time the government and security agencies takes the issue of security very serious, provide job, provide empowerment, engages youth, then I think to a very large extent the issue of courtism will actually reduced. Because the way it stands is that it will become a national embarrassment that courtism and Edo is not 5 and 6. But the government is positioned to actually curtail that and reduce the level of courtism.
So what advice do you have for the government in terms of, education, infrastructure development?
Yeah.
He promised a whole lot in his 5-point agenda.
Yes.
So do you think the capacity to really deliver is there?
Do not forget that the governor was a former city senator, service senator.
Yes.
And he did very well for the people. Even before he became a senator, I thought a philanthropic gesture and a part of his corporate social responsibility, even if it wasn't a a part of corporate social responsibility at the company he operates, he did so well for his people. And that was why the people were clamoring, come my president was in the National Assembly. And while he was there, he did very well. The deputy was also a former serving member, former serving member of the House of Representatives. He did so well. He did so well from the Ovia Federal Constituency he represented. The Ovia Northeast that he represented have about 13 wards, while the Ovia Southwest have about 10 wards. And they have nothing less than 2 projects each of the ward. So he did so well. And so with the combination of these two, I believe that those states we experience a better level of governance and infrastructural development, because that is what we are clamoring for. Because take it or leave it, like it or not, Nigerians still live in politics of basic amenities to a very large extent. There are still communities in this state, most of the states in Nigeria, who still do not have a pipe-borne water, who still do not have electricity, who still do not have good roads, who still do not have good schools and healthcare services. So, by and large, the government is set to do so much, because why? They themselves know that people are so expecting so much.
The governor could be really intentional in his drive, in his vision to really reposition those states. But a lot of people are insinuating that, he will be distracted,
yes,
by leaders of his party, just like the former governor. Godwin Obaseki said
Yeah.
that he was distracted by the leaders of the party. You know, he was in APC then, as he refused to share state resources. Hence, they were fighting against him.
Well,
Detach himself from them.
realistically, my brother, I think I understand what you are saying. No man becomes a governor all by himself. The people must help it to become governor.
Sure.
And well, it is customarily that when people assist you in becoming the governor, you also see a way to have empowered them. Empower them not necessarily sharing money or sharing state resources, but empower them in terms of appointments, let them show their capacity and their capability to do work. Empower them in terms of, inducing them into boards and all that. Because the past administration, to some extent, level of governance, had issue with people. There are so many boards everywhere that you should have impute people to. But you didn't do that. For example, the issue of Abuja University Ekpoma, there's what we call governing council. You did institute a governing council. You said you set up a committee of about 5 persons and said a special intervention team. And at the end of the key the university. There's board of entities. There's board of internal revenue. They have a board. The Edo State Internal Revenue Service has a board. All of these are offices that you must impute people to occupy. Yet you didn't put them there. You didn't put in anybody in the board. But it looks as if people are working there and they are collecting salary. That's even criminal. That's deception. So the issue the ex-governor had was an issue of attitude and personal vendetta at the place may be. So say, the leaders of the party are going to distract Okpebholo from... No. I do not see that coming. I do not see that coming. Because the party understands the system of governance. They know where they are coming from. They are very confident in this government. They want the government to succeed. But be that as it may, to start even in politics, you must give what belongs to God, and what belongs to Caesar. So to me, when you play by the rules and do the needful, and you listen to the yearnings of the people, you listen to the advice of the party leaders, because government is all about inclusiveness. When you do all of that, you will definitely have, and also have what we call a knowledge of human resources. You must have the capacity to manage people. Because if you are more than 12, there's a Judah. So by the time you put all of this together, you will be able to have a successful level of governance. But by the time you are now you have become the Idi Amin of Uganda. You have become the Adolf, Hitler and all of that. And nobody can advise you, nobody can talk to you. Then you already lead to the path of destruction. So Okpebholo is a man that listens to the people. And that is why it's a man that believes in capacity. And that's why you can see that the level of his appointment so far, there are people of integrity. There are people with track records. There are people that have done well before. We are seeing what they are. Okay, so as a matter of fact, there are people that have been tested and they have been trusted. So to me, all of this fear of, the godfathers, the politicians, they will distract him, it doesn't look like it to be there at all. And if, coincidentally, if he on course, then I think the governor also know what to do in order to curtail all of this.
What if he chose to follow ex-Governor Obaseki's footsteps and neglect him?
Well, I don't think that will happen. Be that fair of us, the two political parties have different ideology. One of the things that set up a political party is a common ideology. What set up the APC is different from what set up the PDP. Do not forget that the APC is a combination of 3 political parties that actually came with a singular ideology. So, but it's unfortunate that in this part of the world, to some extent, we do not follow the ideology of political parties. We have changed political parties to look as if they trademark, where politicians who are the businessmen come and trade and go. And all of that. But if you decide to also follow the institutionalization, let me use that word, of the ex-governor, of course, there's no action without a reaction, and there's no cause without a remedy. But whatever it will be, whatever the reaction will be, We also need to fold our hands and wash and wait till that time, because once there's an action, there's a reaction.
Thank you very much. Now, let's talk about briefly.
Yeah.
You are a legal practitioner. What stage are we now in all the various legal battles challenging his victory?
Well, the both parties are still exchanging playlists. Our hearing haven't started properly. Election issues are so generous. They are not matter you rush over, even if there's a time base where you can hear such matters. The both parties have their lawyers already at their counsel to defend them, and they are doing their work. They are doing their issues. But as lawyers, we are not permitted to overtalk on issues that are already before court. So I will not preempt the court, because the professor of what the court will do, that's the law.
Concerning more of appointment the governor is likely to make in the coming days, what's your advice to him?
Well, integrity should be his watchword. Value. Systemic governance, practical governance, not governance at paper. Not governance where the people will tell the governor, we need a road. The governor said, no, you need a hotel. Not governance where we tell the government, we need a market. And the governor said, no, you don't need a market. You need an estate that does not exist. What are the basic needs of a man? Shelter, clothing, and of course food. And when you look at the 5-point agenda, the governor, we have food security. We have education, we have security, and road infrastructure, and other. So the governor will be able to bring in people who have the same vision with him, who can buy into his idea, and who have the capacity to deliver. So that's what matters. And of course, when a government over time, we have ever seen it, when a government did so well, even seeking for a second term will not be a problem. It was in this state, and that's what Chombole haven't done well in the first term. 18/18 in the second term election. Why? Because it did well. It was obvious to all of us that he actually did well. So the government must focus on who can deliver. Who can deliver, not on partiality, not on tribalism, appointment. It is who can deliver, who have the resources, who have the better stability, who have the experience of wealth and all of that to do the needful. So we are very confident that the other appointees that comes in are going to be people who will buy into the idea of a new Edo is rising, or rather a new Edo have risen.
Just before we go, what's your word for Edo people? Should they have confidence in the government?
The issue of confidence in the government is an issue that is long overdue. If they were not confident in the government, they will vote in the government. Even if some people have an issue, the election was ruined. That depends on the final determination of the court. And that depends on the level of evidence that you have. It's not enough to say that this man stood. How did he stay? Were you there? Did you say it? Who was there? And all of that. So that is an issue for the court
to decide.
So if you feel that, a lot of people didn't vote for him, but some person voted for him, it shows that you have the limiting power of the people. It shows that the people have confidence in him, if not, they would have voted for him. So to me, the people are so much confident in this government. And a lot is expected of this government. So it's not left for the people to do their part, and the government will do their part.
Thank you very much, Barrister Ehige, for your contributions on the program.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. We say congratulations to Senator Monday Okpebholo on his emergence as governor of Edo State. With the various initiatives he has been taking so far, hitting the ground running just within a couple of days after his inauguration, Edo people are truly optimistic that he will keep the fire burning. So do want to drop your comments on setting an agenda for him So that's where we round off the program today. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.